As always, please subscribe, hit that like button, and hopefully you'll find this tip massively useful to help you enjoy your game that little bit further. How long you been playing the game of golf? I had a golfer in here not so long ago. He's been playing about 3.5 years, and he almost kept topping the ball almost every single time. Every single time. He'd been playing 3.5 years or so. This was his first lesson. A lot of it was down to the fact that he was trying to keep his head down. We've all heard it before. I've mentioned another few videos before that I've done talking about how destructive feeling like you're trying to keep your head down is. We don't want to keep our head down. We want to look at the ball, but we want to enjoy where the golf ball goes. The reason we hit bad shots is not because we're not keeping our head down. The reason we're topping it is not because we're not keeping our head down. The reason this guy, for example, was topping it because he wasn't understanding how this works, okay, the golf club itself. Okay, we want this golf club to do what it needs to do. It was designed for a purpose. It's a whacking great weight on the end of a long stick. So we just need to be allowed to do what it needs to do. But we still need to do one or two things to allow that to happen. We need to unlearn a couple of things, right? A lot of people out there need to unlearn some of the stuff they've heard before. They try and keep it tight. They try and keep it controlled or feel like they're in control. But in reality, we want to feel something else. We want to feel something more than just that to help get that ball, to help squeeze that ball. And this for me is a great, fantastic thought process. If your trouble is topping it still when the ball's on the ground, this is the perfect tip for you. What I want you to do, I want you to feel just, again, stand up as normally as you can do. You don't need a golf club for this. What I want you to do, I want you to feel that when we're taking the club back, taking our imaginary club back, we're nice and loose. Arms are straight-ish, but they don't have to be absolutely poker straight. Just fairly straight, just nice and loose, almost feeling like at the top of the swing you can wave. But then from there, with that nice loose backswing, what I want you to try and feel is the sensation that the arms are just going down to the ground. So at impact, they feel like they're absolutely poker straight. It feels like we're going to throw the golf club down there. It feels like we're going to throw the golf club down to the ground. And you'll notice when we do that, just how sort of almost professional it looks, the aesthetics. I'm not really interested in the aesthetics of the swing. I'm interested in the function of it. But the function of it will immediately squeeze that ball out there. Look at those arms, not really quite nice and straight, as opposed to, see, a lot of people, including this guy as well, this golfer I saw, was trying to scoop the ball more in the air with his head down. It was a dreadful combination. It was a real not so good combination at all. We want to allow that golf club, that feeling nice and loose at the top, and then feeling like you're really gonna slam that club into the ground on the way through. And naturally on the way through, you'll look at the angles. We're extended, left side extension, arms straight. We're in the form that we need to be, that the textbooks say we should be at impact, just by feeling that sensation, that sensation. Another way of putting it is an axe into a tree. We wouldn't put an axe like this on the way through. We wouldn't put an axe into a tree like that. Okay, we'd be throwing that axe into there. We'd be throwing that. If we were trying to chop down a tree, we'd be getting that feeling on the way through. Look at those arms, really poker straight, to be able to hear that little smack of that golf ball compressing that golf ball off the surface. When we grab the golf club, it's that feeling. Yes, arms relatively straight, left arm relatively straight. That feeling, that looseness, and that sensation. Bang into the ground. That sensation there. We're going to throw that golf club down into the ground from there. From there, we'll really compress that golf ball as opposed to scoop it up in the air. My arms folding like a cheap tent. We don't want that. That's going to be no good to man nor beast. We want to feel that nice long swing and that sensation downwards into that golf ball.